Weep No More, My Lady, by Mary Higgins Clark. Prologue, July 1969. The Kentucky sun was blazing hot. 8-year-old Elizabeth huddled in a corner of the narrow porch, trying to tuck herself into a thin band of shade from the overhang. Her mother and Matt had been drinking all day, and, as usual, they'd begun to quarrel. Today's fight had been really loud. Her mother had screamed bad words at Matt until he hit her. Now they were both asleep, sprawled on the bed, empty glasses on the floor beside them. She wished her sister Leila didn't work every Sunday. Before she took the Sunday job, Leila used to call it their day, and she'd taken Elizabeth around with her. Most other 19-year-old girls were hanging around with boys, but not Leila. She was going to go to New York to be an actress, not get stuck in Lumber Creek, Kentucky. Elizabeth liked to hear Leila talk about how it would be when she was a star, but it was scary, too. It was too hot to play. Quietly she stood up and smoothed her T-shirt under the waistband of her shorts. She was a thin child with long legs and serious, wide-set eyes. Sparrow, Leila called her. Leila was always making up names for people, sometimes funny ones, sometimes, if she didn't like people, pretty mean ones. If anything, the inside of the house was hotter than the porch. Snores, unpleasant and gruff, came from behind the open door of Mama's bedroom. She peeked in. Mama and Matt were all wrapped up in each other. She hoped they'd wake up before Leila got home. Leila hated to see them like that. Elizabeth went and emptied the ashtrays and washed the tops of the tables and threw away the beer bottles that Matt and Mama had emptied before their fight. Then she went into her room. It was just big enough to hold a cot, a bureau, a broken chair, and a second-hand bookcase that hung on the wall. At least half the books in the bookcase were plays. Elizabeth pulled down her favorite, Our Town. Leila had played Emily last year in high school, and they'd rehearsed her lines together so often Elizabeth knew the part, too. She must have dozed off because, when she opened her eyes, Matt was bending over her. His breath smelled of tobacco and beer. Elizabeth pulled back, but there was no way to escape him. He patted her leg. "Must be a pretty dull book, Liz." "Is Mama awake? I can start to fix supper." "Your Mama's going to be sleeping for a while. Why don't I just have me a little lie down? Maybe you and I can read together." In an instant, Elizabeth was pushed against the wall, and Matt was taking up all the room on the cot. She began to squirm. "Give Daddy a nice big squeeze, honey." "You're not my daddy." She felt trapped. She wanted to call Mama to try to wake her up, but now Matt...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?